manufacturing, and opportunities within Nigeria's small and medium-scale enterprise ecosystem. The leather industry remains a vital part of the manufacturing, fashion, and creative economy, producing products that combine functionality, durability, craftsmanship, and style. Among those products, leather bags continue to enjoy strong demand, valued not only for their aesthetic appeal, but also for their quality, versatility, and long-lasting value. But behind every well-crafted leather bag is an industry that supports an entire ecosystem of artisans, designers, manufacturers, suppliers, marketers, retailers, and entrepreneurs. As consumer tastes evolve and competition intensifies, leather producers are increasingly turning to innovation, modern production techniques, technology, and sustainable practices to improve quality and remain competitive in both local and international markets. For Nigeria, the sector presents significant opportunities for job creation, skills development, entrepreneurship, and economic growth. However, challenges such as rising production costs, access to quality raw materials, limited financing, infrastructure constraints, competition from imported products, and growing environmental concerns continue to shape the industry's prospects. So what does it really mean to build a successful leather bag business? How can Nigerian manufacturers compete with imported brands, strengthen local production, and position the country's leather industry for greater global relevance? Today, we'll be discussing the business of leather bag production, craftsmanship, innovation, and opportunities in the industry. Joining us in the studio is Okeisolobrugwe Clifford, Ikpikpini, the CEO of Leather, a company specializing in the production of premium leather bags and other leather products. Through a strong focus on quality craftsmanship, innovation, and customer satisfaction, he has built a brand committed to producing durable, functional, and professionally crafted leather products while contributing to the growth of Nigeria's leather manufacturing sector. With experience in leather production and business development, he is also passionate about skills acquisition, local manufacturing, entrepreneurship, and the adoption of innovative production techniques that can improve product quality and create meaningful opportunities for young people. Good morning, Mr. Clifford, and welcome to Trader for Breakfast Business Briefing.
Good morning, Splendor. It's nice to meet you, and thanks a lot to Trader for having me on the show.
Okay. Leather bags have remained relevant across generations and changing fashion trends. What makes leather such a timeless and valuable material for bag production?
The durability. That's the durability. Leather is the most durable and also eco-friendly material for bags.
Okay.
For example, plastic or synthetic, plastic rubber bags are not biodegradable. So refining those is very, very expensive. For leather itself, it's because it's an organic compound, it's an organic material, it's biodegradable, so and also very, very durable, and yeah, it's also aesthetically beautiful.
Okay. So, for the benefit of consumers who may not understand the process, what are the key stages involved in producing a high-quality leather bag, from sourcing the leather to the final product?
Okay, so it depends on what the quality the person wants to make, because the type of production process is subject to the quality of the material you use. So for leather itself, you have 5 grades of leather twigs, which is split grain, bonded grain, plain leather, full grain. Sorry, split grain, bonded grain, plain leather, top grain, then full grain. So full grain is the full animal skin has 5 layers to it. So the full animal skin has 5 layers to it. So full grain is the full 5 layers to it. So typically full grain leather bags are hand crafted because of the thickness of the leather.
Okay.
And hand craft gives you a particular level of precision that you require to hand sourcing. For example, genuine leather, which many brands use, is very, very thin. So it's easy to stretch. So if you're machine sewing it and you make a mistake, you can easily stretch and adjust it to shape. But once you make a mistake with full grain, you can't stretch and adjust. Sorry. You can't stretch and adjust. So full grain is typically handcrafted for high level precision bag making.
Okay.
So the time it takes to handcraft bags is way more, and the labor is way more intensive than machine some bags. So yeah, the process depends on the quality of the leather.
Okay. Now the market is filled with products made from genuine leather, synthetic leather, and other alternatives. How can consumers ever try genuine leather and avoid being misled when making a purchase?
So this is the thing there. Genuine leather is a grade of leather which is like the third grade of leather. Or it's not premium leather.
Okay.
So premium leather is full grain leather. So typically every leather brand is supposed to label the leather they use. So when you are buying leather, they're supposed to tell you the type of leather they use. It is full grain, it is top grain, it is genuine leather. But when they tell you genuine leather and you see no other label to it, it's not like you're getting premium leather. It's like you're getting entry level leather. It's not like you're getting premium leather. So that's the thing with it. Then it also goes beyond getting the leather to also the tanning of leather. So to dye leather is what we call a tanning process. So there are 3 types of tanning process to it. We have the lowest quality, which is top finish. So top finish means you can get a terrible skin, then you use a thick layer of dye to hide all the imperfections. And even so the downside with that is over time that thick layer of dye starts to peel, which is why you see some leather bags. You see it's peeling, but you can see skin inside.
Yeah.
So it's not leather that is peeling, it's that thick layer of dye that they use to hide all the imperfections of the skin. Yes. So you have semi-aniline finish. So aniline is a special type of dye that penetrates the skin. So semi-aniline means you use a fairly good skin, the same full grain. For example, if you're using full grain on genuine, whichever grade of leather you're using. For example, full grain, like which we use, which is what the top brand uses, MS and the premium or premium brand uses. You can get a full grain, a manageable skin, and then you put it in aniline dye for some weeks. Then you put a thin layer of dye to hide some of the imperfections on it. Then you now have an aniline finish, which is what we use, which is you can only use the finest quality skin for aniline. Because aniline finish is you soak the hide in aniline dye for weeks.
Oh.
Yes, so if you wait until the dye has absorbed, the skin has absorbed the dye for weeks, then you dry it. So you're not putting any layer of dye on it. So when aniline finish, the animal scars, stretch marks will show. So if you use a terrible skin, it is very visible. So typically, it's ethical for brands to tell you, okay, this is the quality of leather that is used by the made from, and this is the type of tanning. Do you understand? So any brand who hides those details from you are deliberately sending you poor quality skin. But just like I love dogs.
Yeah.
So just like if you're not a dog person, you will never really tell if a dog is a full-bred dog when it's a puppy, or if it comes as a dog.
Yeah.
So same way with bags, with leather bags. You don't necessarily tell the quality of the bag until you use it. Until like after 6 months usage, you start seeing those things. So ethically, brands are supposed to tell you this is the quality of leather we use, this is the quality of finish that is used for the leather, this is the type of material used to line the interior of the leather, if it's skin, what type of skin. I'm supposed to give you all this information like product specifications. Yeah. So any brand who is withholding that information from you is deliberately selling you a very, very low quality skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so out of curiosity, how is leather dried?
It depends on the scale. Typically it's supposed to be air dried, but it's also subject to the type of tanning process that is used for it. And also the scale of the skin, the quantity of skin that may be used. So that's and also technological too. You also need to understand that. For places that don't have access to high level technological equipment, they probably will use traditional means too. So there are so many factors. Cost too is also there. There are so many factors that determine how they will tend to try and process that leather.
So now let's look beyond appearance. What specific qualities should consumers look for when buying a leather bag if they want a product that offers durability and good value for money? So yes, advise me not to get a quality leather bag.
Good value for money, go for full grain and finished.
Oh.
You will use it till the second coming of Jesus.
Okay.
Good value for money. And preferably, if you can, let it be handcrafted. Preferably. Because handcrafted takes a whole lot of meticulousness
Yeah.
to it. So the detailing in the craftsmanship of handcrafted bags is way on a completely different level than machine code. Because even machines have oversights.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how important is craftsmanship to the quality and value of a leather bag? And what skills are essential for producing premium leather products?
So craftsmanship is key because it allows you bring out a very neat job. So craftsmanship is very key because machine you cannot compete with symmetry of machine shoulder. So machine shoulders have perfect lines in stitching.
Yeah.
But handcrafted bags don't because of the human elements, so many other factors to it. So for handcrafted bags, craftsmanship allows you to deliver a very neat job. So craftsmanship is key if you want to go into bag making. Very key. So very key to that. It also allows you to bring out designs. Yes, because it's one thing to have a design, it's one thing to be able to work that leather into that design. So craftsmanship is very important.
Now, with the rise of technology and the way it's been changing the way many products are designed and manufactured, how is technology transforming the leather bag industry, particularly in areas such as design, production, and quality control?
So, for design, I would say technology plays a key role because you have software that allows you to sketch your design and try it out on virtual models. Do you understand? So you can sketch a design, then you can look at it in 3D, you can style it to a model like, okay, how will this look when somebody wearing a dress? So you have software that allows you to do that. So software plays a very key role in design process, yeah. But when it comes to the making of the bag, it's also subject to the type of leather and the type of vision that people want for their bags. For example, for Ogo ourselves,
Yeah.
we don't design bags, we engineer them.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So machines can't give. You can't even machine so our designs. Your machine will back up, or you will lose your mental health in the process. Do you understand? So we are positioning ourselves like, I guess in my only competition is MS. Do you understand? So if you look at MS don't necessarily make bags, they make art pieces.
Yeah.
So you are buying an MS bag not because you are buying a bag, you are buying it because you are buying a piece of art.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So for me, I want my bags to be unique and be a piece of art. Like when you're buying an engineered product, an engineered artwork. Do you understand? So
That is art, yes.
so you're buying an engineer. So the machines can't work the designs that our bags that I create for my bags. You can't. And it's totally designed that way because you need to understand that when you come into a market and you successfully created a niche for yourself, there are going to be people that will flood that market. So the reason why we make sure that our bags are only being handcrafted is deliberate design. When I design bags, like make sure that you can't make so that is to put people's mental health on the line. People that want to be my competition, I like to put their mental health on the line.
Okay.
So if they are willing to lose their mental health to compete with me, I wish them good luck. But if they value their mental health, they'll just leave my design alone.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So now, how do you balance traditional craftsmanship with modern technology and innovation in your own production process?
So the only thing I use modern technology for is design, like I said, because the quality of leather is very expensive. So for example, before when they finish designing on softwares, they make the bags physically with a special type of material that looks and feels like leather. So in the engineering process, it's in as much as you design something looks good on paper or on system, when you bring it physical, then the other factors that ideal environments cannot bring out. So the design may not work well with the materials used physically. So once you get the design, you try it out on a different, just like tailors, for example, high-end design, before they couture it, there's a first trial out on a special type of material, see how it looks like. So you try it out on that special type of material that gives the same feeling and texture of leather. So when it looks good there, before you coat it, because leather is very expensive.
Yeah.
Leather is sold per square meter. Very expensive. If you mess up a piece of leather, you know what that cost implication is. So machines, technology is basically used for the design process, then the whole production process is stripping out.
Okay.
Hand cut, hand stitch.
That's interesting. So now let's talk about some of the challenges facing the leather bag industry. So what are some of the biggest challenges facing the leather bag manufacturers in Nigeria today, particularly in terms of production cost, access to raw materials, electricity, financing, and market competition?
I would say the only problem there is the end user, Nigerians. And I'll speak from experience. You see, the market is full. So it means when there's a demand, the market will adjust. So the problem here is Nigerians themselves love foreign brands.
Yeah.
Rather than buy a local brand that's, and aside from the fact that Nigerians themselves love foreign brands, I'm speaking from experience, Nigerians themselves, both home and abroad, cap the height in which a local brand can go.
Yes.
So if a local brand tries to be ambitious and be at par or better than him is, Nigerians themselves will either neglect it or will price it at the price of the coach brand. Do you understand? So it's like you can be good, but you can't aspire to be that good. You can be good, but not aspire to be great. If not, the consumer will punish you.
Yeah.
The consumer will punish your aspiration. So what now happens is, over 90% of Nigerian salaries are shut down. This is real time. The ones that are still operational are majorly owned by Chinese, Taiwanese, and Indians. So what now happens is, because you do not have brands, high-end successful brands doing well, because we do not have high-end successful brands doing well, what now happens is the market is soft. Do you understand? So, for example, once a brand is successful, you can place orders for 1,000 pieces of skin, which makes it profitable for the tanneries, because the tanneries are in a volume business, economy of scale. For them to do the business, they need huge volumes of orders.
Yeah.
So because we do not have, and there's also a value chain that comes with a successful brand. You have the branding, you have the marketing, you have the direct and indirect labels, the logistics. There's a whole lot of people that one bag sales caters for. A whole lot of families in that pipeline. So because you have neglect from the fellow Nigerians that are okay, a Nigerian brand can't aspire to be so great. We will punish you. It's either we will neglect or we will underprice you. We will price you in a way that makes it unprofitable for you to continue the aspiration. Do you understand? So the tannery industry has suffered. So they see that they are punishing the ambitious person, but they don't see that they are punishing the economy. So what now happens now is, rather than tanneries to process the skin in Nigeria, because there is no Nigerian brand that is actually making it worth their while, and I export raw skin to Europe. Do you understand? Where they have the big brands. So if Nigerians themselves do not punish ambition of local talents, and rather support, empower via patronage and exposure, if you don't punish it, you will have successful local brands that will trickle down effects on the economy. And I'm speaking from experience. I've had the shittiest experience with so many of the so-called big names. I've had some big names buy my bags but refuse to post my time. And the ones that I haven't post refuse to tag.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm speaking from serious experience. I've had serious clashes with some. I've had some Nigerians look at me in my face and say, oh, your bags are really nice, but I would carry foreign brands. I've had some telling me, why should I pay this for your bag when MCM is how much? I'm like, do you know how much an MCM bag is? You know that an MCM bag is $1,000. If you equivalent of my bag in US is 300, and you have an issue paying 300 for my bag.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's like anything in Nigeria must be that cheap or inferior quality. So if you have people that if our Nigerians see people who are trying to break that stereotype, they punish them. Do you understand? So it's I won't necessarily, I would say the industry is suffering from the inferiority complex of many Nigerian youths, where everything to them is about status and all that.
Classism.
Classism. No, but classism is still classism. I don't call it classism because classism is basically I affiliate myself with a particular quality of value standard. That's what to me classism is. But inferiority complex is I won't do anything if there's no public validation.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if it was classism, it would have been understandable. Do you understand? In due time, I'll do some name drops. So the time I've not come to do some name drops. But yeah, well, people that you hold in high esteem that come to the press, make the whole noise of youth empowerment, make the whole noise of being a savior, make the whole noise of from production to consumption.
Yeah.
Some people that are managers of one of the biggest talents make the whole noise, and you meet them and they tend to punish you.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's like they see you and it's like you are reminding them of. It's like they see you as what they wish they could be, but they never could. So rather than to mentor you, they punish you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what needs to change within the industry to build greater consumer confidence in locally made leather products and encourage Nigerians to buy more made in Nigeria brands?
So it's not an industry issue, it's a Nigerian issue.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because like I said, Nigerians, especially the so-called elites, they literally put a cap to either the quality, the price, or the level of success local brands can go. They put a cap to it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And anyone who dares to break that cap, they punish.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's your business can only thrive, and industry can only thrive when it is rewarded by consumers, not when it is punished by consumers. Do you understand? Because the reward, apart from the fact that it finances the operation, it also fuels the inspiration. As a creative, you get a whole lot of pleasure when someone pays you your work without arguing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand? It fuels you, it makes you want to keep creating more. So aside from the fact that it fuels the whole operational cost that goes beyond you, because there are a whole lot of secondary and auxiliary service providers that literally depend on one bag sales. So their inferiority complex does not allow them to see that you're not punishing me for being ambitious. You are damaging the economy, not me. Because if push comes to shove, what will happen? The talent will just leave the ecosystem and go to an ecosystem where it will be more appreciated.
Yeah.
And you now pay, whilst you could have had access to that talent for a pocket-friendly price, when the talent goes to an ecosystem that is appreciated, you will see that talent there. You will want it, but you can't afford it. Then what now happens? Not only did you export talent, you exported a whole job ecosystem. Because now leather will no longer be sourced from Nigeria. The logistics is gone. The branding, the packaging, all this is gone. Even the occasional beer and pepper soup that you drink in a local bar after a stressful day is going to go to another platform. Do you understand? So once you lose talent, you just don't lose talent. Because once you punish a truly ambitious person, yeah, knows his worth. So you can't kill it. The only thing to do is to be like, man, your headache is too much. To find somewhere that will not give you headache. Do you understand? So once you lose talent, you lose a whole lot of. That's why if you look at countries and races that are very successful, they do not play with mentorship.
Yeah.
You see mentorship, they don't play with it. You see a young person that has come so far in material with so little. The next thing they give you everything he needs to scale. Do you know, there's one lady who I sold it back for at a discounted price. Very, very big. This is just one of them. There are plenty that are very terrible human beings. So now she wanted to buy it. So okay, I'll give you at a discount. Do you understand? So the equivalent of those two, the agreement was $300,000 equivalent. Okay, so like, she can't pay now. I said, but you know I don't mass produce. Okay, you know what? You can pay $100 equivalent now. Like Naira equivalent $100 now. Then when you're ready, you pay the balance and I ship it. Because I ship for free.
Oh.
Yeah. So before you know, after like a week or two, she was like, hey, those two bags I bought for my father, because my father is a twin. My father and his twin for their birthday. And I need to send her like, what are you saying? This was not the arrangement we had. Do you understand? And especially the Nigerians in diaspora are the biggest headache to parasite. Those ones who test your mental health. I was like, this is not the arrangement we had. So like, now you know what? So like, and that's what she knows that she will pay. You know what? Send me your US account number. Let me wire back your $100 to you. True story. I sent that message first. Then she now sent me if I don't want I can refund her. So like I said, she thought so at the back of her mind, she thought like $100 equivalent is supposed to be something that every Nigerian brand should grab hold of their feet for.
Sure.
Like you're as a Nigerian brand, you're not supposed to aspire to be more than. So I refunded her money. Now do you know what this woman did? She just prepared to laugh. Sometimes this year, because I'm not always in the shop. Yeah. Sometimes I was in the shop, she walks in and says she came to specifically look for me. And she now looks at me and says, so you're still here. She now walked out.
What? That's petty.
Like, do you understand? Or is it one of your very big celebrity managers? Very big. Yeah. And they do that, I'll name drop people who I saw at the airport when I showed. I'm like, oh chief, how far he was nervous, just let me introduce you to my brand and stuff. And he saw it, like, okay, he really likes this. I'm like, okay, cool. But he's in a hurry that's traveling tomorrow morning. I said, you know what, since you really like it, you know, carry the bag, travel, give me your number. When you get there, we'll finalize price, we'll pay. Do you understand? I messaged him safe flight. The next day I messaged him how far. When are we going to finalize this thing? Do you understand? Make payments, which currency do you want to make payment? Because I'm a duty free transactional trade, so we're allowed to accept any currency there. So which currency do you want to pay payment? Naira, let me know. Do you understand? Let me give you the account. You reply. Call the didn't pick. First day, second day. I'll tell you, in due time, I'll drop names. I have chats like yours. I'm one of people. So the biggest female artist in the continent.
Yeah.
Her manager.
No, I already knew who it was before. Yeah.
I have the chat here. Second day, third day, nothing. And I said, no, chief, no bed. I called him, no, nothing. I said, chief, no bed. Say, please, I really need us to analyze this in home. Let me move on. 7 days. He didn't reply. Now, see, I have worked so hard. And built my brand to a level without man fully condoning. So I have no motivation to condone bullshit for anybody.
Yeah.
That's something people need to understand. I'm not the typical Nigerian entrepreneur that will come and kiss your feet, roll on the floor and beg you. I will do my best and trust God Almighty. If it's my own to come to me, if it's not my own, it's can't go. After 7 days, this guy didn't reply. I sent him a message. You have 7 days to return my back. Or I explored every letter opportunity to reach me. And if 7 days windows expire and you don't get that back, you're going to pay me the full price of 2 million. And you're not begging. In less than 5 minutes of him sending him that message, you reply to me and say, I'll get my back until the 7 days period. You reply my back to me until the 7 days period. Chats are there. This is a tip of the iceberg of what I have seen. A tip. Now, if all praises are going to God Almighty, if I'm not a strong-willed person who is arrogantly stubborn on his ambition, that is enough to break anybody. Because there are rules in life. Number one, you cannot achieve a particular level of success without a support system. So, even your artists that you can manage to build has multiple supports that help bring her to where she is. Do you understand? So, you should know firsthand that, man, okay, this guy has come this far. And let me play my own part in his brand growth. Do you understand? But you already had a God complex, and you expected, because you are who knows what, as opposed to be begging you or crawling on. Do you understand? If you will not patronize me with dignity, you can keep your change to yourself, keep your coins. Do you understand? Keep your coins. So I've had, I've also had great Nigerians too. Do you understand? People have been great. Dr. Ikpikpini Susan ON, and she was a great customer of mine. I've had really, really great people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the percentages,
Yeah.
do you understand? It's not consequential.
Yeah.
So it's, and I'm speaking, look at what that woman did. Oh, you're still here. Then there's another one. Every time she's trying, she always comes to check up on me. And I will buy it. Give me your number. But she always comes to check up to say, this guy still does an operation. Like, the way I'm starving this guy, the way this guy is also supposed to still be.
Maybe she's just trying to keep her coins or ranges. How much she's ready to get from me.
If you know who this person is I'm talking about, you will not say this thing.
Okay, so.
But like I said, I won't drop names until any time is right. So it's the people who are ambitious with capacity to play their part are punished by the people who are supposed to mentor, support, and take them and play a part in helping them grow.
Okay. So my final question for you this morning is, what is your outlook for the future of Nigeria's leather bag industry, and what role do you hope other leather and other indigenous brands will play in taking Nigerian leather products to the global market?
So this is what I would say. First of all, on leather, God Almighty be my fashion praise, except I die, and God Almighty doesn't exist, it will become the #1 leather brand. It's going to take me time, but I'm going to surpass this. It's only a matter of time.
Definitely.
Except I die, and God Almighty doesn't exist. That's when it will happen. I've come a long way without, and I've made great support. Shout out to my ex-girlfriend who I named the company after. She played a very key role. Without her support, to Muazzam Tijani Suligaro, to the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, to Chief Nancy Lo, Chris Adams, Mark Ogun, I keep naming. There are a whole lot of people who played a very key role in giving me all the support I need. Because you can't do life alone. It's impossible. You will burn out.
True.
You need the support system. So there are people who have been my immediate other sister, Ikpikpini, my sister, my mom, my parents for quality education. School is not scam.
Oh, definitely.
I cannot operate at this capacity without quality education. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So shout out to everyone who played a key role to it. But I will say, if the Nigerian elites don't work on their inferiority complex, what will happen is you will start having local brands that will not turn to global brands of Nigerian heritage.
Yeah.
You know what that's the memory of that?
Yes.
You call it big, but internationally priced.
No, not necessarily. The local brands will now move to foreign markets. Then they will now become global international brands but of Nigerian heritage. That was inevitable. And they will beg for those brands. They will not see it back. So if they continue, if they don't work on the inferiority complex and they continue with what's going to happen is brands brands like myself who have global ambitions will get tired of being punished by people that are supposed to mentor them and just accept foreign mentorship. That's what will happen. And we'll lose jobs, we'll lose a whole lot of money. It's going to be a bloodbath. Do you understand? Because the truth is, the only thing that grows every industry is not quantity but quality.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that grows every industry. So if you keep punishing those who are focused on premium quality, you'll be left with basic. That even you won't take pride in it. An industry will never take pride.
Yeah, Mr. Clifford, thank you for joining us and for sharing your insights on the business of leather bag production, the importance of partnership and innovation, and the opportunities within Nigeria's leather industry.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's an utmost pleasure.
Okay. Today's conversation has shown us that building a successful leather business goes far beyond producing attractive bags. It requires skilled craftsmanship, consistent quality, innovation, strong business strategy, customer trust, and a willingness to embrace modern production methods while investing in local talent. With the right investment in skills development, technology, access to finance, quality raw materials, and an enabling business environment, Nigeria's leather industry has the potential to create jobs, support entrepreneurship, strengthen local manufacturing, and compete more effectively in international markets. As consumer interest in locally made products continue to grow, the opportunity is not just to make more leather bags, but to build stronger national brands, develop skilled artisans, and create a globally competitive leather industry. If you're just joining us, you can catch highlights and be part of the conversation on our social media platforms. We are Trader FM live across Facebook, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. We'll take a short break now and when we return to be